I just wanted to record a quick thing here. I'm, January 20th was 3 months, but now it's January 26th. And I'm coming out of an ebb. I was in an ebb for a while. And who knows, I might go back there, and that's okay. It's just nice to come out of it. But I'm just honestly so grateful for this program, and I'm getting these like glimpses of what my life is like now, kind of, in a way. It's hard to explain it because it's like what my life will be like, but it is what it is like too. Like there's no distinction between time and past or and future and present in what I'm feeling into, I guess. Like it, because it feels real. It feels very present. It just feels like the logical next step of like how things will evolve, and I'm just so grateful. And like today I did some accounting work, and then I just like was like, oh, I'm gonna practice piano. Like I wasn't even like, oh, I need to like take a break or unwind. Like I used to have to do like have break in between each like thing I was doing or event or something, because like I was like, oh, I just how I regroup, I re-energize. Like, no, that was limbic system, and I don't need to do that anymore. And so and then I was like, actually, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and just like get a few things, and then I'll practice piano. So I did. I went to the grocery store, got a few things, and I played piano. I practiced piano, learned stuff, which was it's so good for the brain too, to be learning new things. And like the grocery getting was like just a little blip in the radar, like it was just like a quick little thing. And it helps that I actually currently have access to a car. Thanks, Mom. Super grateful, actually, so grateful. I honestly really am grateful for that. So thank you, Mom, and Dad. But it is my mom's car that she's letting me use, because I'm in a new city now that, well, I've been here since September, but where I was before, I was much closer to a grocery store, and the city I'm in right now is quite tricky to get around in if you don't have a vehicle. And so that, of course, makes it quicker, but even then, it's definitely improved, because I remember even when I first moved here and had the car, getting groceries would feel a little bit overwhelming sometimes. And today it was just like very casual and no big deal. And I also noticed, so I've been training with a dryer sheet, and I smelled it tonight for the training session I just did, my incremental training. And I opened the bag and I'm like smelling. I'm like, man, I think this like maybe wore out. Like maybe I need to get a new one or something, because I borrowed one. Well, I didn't borrow. I'm gonna give it back. So I probably will, because I'm not gonna use it. So I did borrow from a friend, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should get another one. And I'm like, no, silly. It's because your limbic system is so much more chill. Like I went from having it in the Ziploc, not even being able to have it in the home, not even in my closet with the door closed. That was like anxiety causing and stressing me out. So I put it on the balcony, and I would open the door, smell it, close it, put it in. And like, I think even in the beginning, I might have like really wanted to wash my hands too, just from touching the bag. And now I'm just like, whatever, it's fine. And it's sitting in my laundry closet in the bag. And I did laundry today, and I opened the door, and like I just moved the bag. It was like no big deal. And this is honestly a miracle. Like, it's so cool. Oh, and then my mom messaged me, because I was there the other day picking up something from their home, and she messaged me. She's like, oh, I realized that when you came to the home and got what you were getting, you didn't mention anything about the scents, which in theory, even if I did smell something, I wouldn't have mentioned it, because I'm not doing that anymore. I don't need to do that anymore. Because before I used to have to tell people about the scents, because it was like, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be remedied, do you know how strong this is, blah, blah, blah. But now it's just like, okay. And so I honestly thought nothing of it. Wasn't even on my mind. But she messaged me, so I thought, oh, yeah, I mean, when I went in there, I did notice that it kind of like smelled different than it usually does. But I figured that was because the cleaners were there, because they had just had cleaners. And I don't know, kept doing what I was doing, and it was like not a big deal. I washed my hands there with some soap that she had too, that I did notice as different, and I didn't like love it necessarily, but it was also fine. I was also like, it's okay, you can handle this, no worries. Like, I just was reminding my brain that. But yeah, anyways, and she was telling me that it actually smells really strong in there, or pretty strong, and she was really surprised that I didn't notice anything. And so I'm just like, that's so cool. It's like, definitely. And she was like, is that DNRS? I'm like, that is definitely DNRS. So that's really cool. It's so cool. And like, oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful, because like, I just want to serve. I just want to like create and put things out in the world, and like show up and like be involved in things and hang out with people, and like be able to work full time, or whatever full time looks like. I feel like there's also just like, society's weird on work, but like regardless of that, work a job that is fulfilling, and I just work as many hours as I need to, and then I also have time and energy. It's not even about the time, it's like the energy. I have the energy to like play piano after, or like go see friends on a weeknight. Like, weeknights are no longer reserved for like, oh well, I only work, because then when I come home I have to just like rest, and I don't have any energy for anything else. It's like, that's not even a thing anymore. Like, and I'm just so excited and glad and grateful. And like, I'm still like working it up, building up my capacity. And I was doing, like I said, I was doing the accounting work earlier today, and then I actually did a training session in the middle of it, which was so helpful. And even that I see how it's changing, because my anxiety around it is reducing. My ability to like trust myself and stay calm and all that is like reducing. It's like, honestly, Annie, bless your heart. Like, you are a God, an angel. I don't want to be like being so intense here, but honestly, like, I'm so grateful. Ugh. And yeah, no, it's just exciting, because honestly, like, the world is my oyster now again, and that means that like the world gets to benefit from that too, because when I get to show up and I get to contribute to things and I get to like participate in things, like, we all benefit. And I just think about like everybody that's healing from this stuff and using this program and getting better and getting out there and sharing their gifts with the world. It's amazing. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm excited. Now I'm getting to the point now where like I'm doing the more like subtler training stuff, I guess. And I'm like gonna learn how to do that. And I'm starting Living DNRS this Thursday, and I'm really excited. I'm glad I entered in that. I decided to register for it in a kind of ebb, and I was kind of just like, I need something, and I'm really grateful that I'm doing it, because I think it'll just be really good to like get refreshers about things, see if there's other things I'm missing out, or missing, I know there's definitely still some like things that I know that I want to like train on and work through and that kind of thing. And it's what I love too about everything is that it's not a matter about, can this change? It's like, it can. It's just a matter of doing the training for it, which is so amazing, so incredibly empowering. I feel like this is allowing me to step back into my power as well, because, I had all these little like like little things that I was doing, to like, oh, I have to do this because so I can be like okay, and I have to do this so I can be okay, and there's so many things like, I don't have to do that anymore. I can just live my life, like I don't have to like do this thing where like I have to fill up the water each night because I'm putting it in this purifier thing. I just drink the tap water. It's cool. And I realized too, like, this is my hypothesis. I don't know if this is like 100% accurate, but it makes sense to me. So, because I was like hardcore following medical medium information, and I still think that it's like really helpful. Also, though, triggering for people with limbic system impairments, because I feel like the language he uses can be very fear-based, and when someone's already like operating from kind of like fear and like, what to avoid, it just adds fuel to the fire. So I don't know, but like, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it if someone's already, it's tough to call. Anyway, everybody's different, right? But there's really like helpful stuff in there that I found useful. And I kind of think that, like, my hypothesis is that stuff has been so helpful for me because my body's own immune system maybe has been like, not even just the immune system, but my body system in general, the rest and digest and repair and all that system has been hijacked while my brain is in fight or flight. And so if my body's not doing those things that it normally would, then having additional nutrients and things like this in coming through my system, things and antibacterial properties like that are in ginger or things like that are helping support my body, that's already kind of like, okay, yeah, thank goodness, bring that stuff in because we're like running on empty here. But I feel like, and what I am gathering is that, like, as my digestion comes back, as all these things come back, I'm not gonna need this stuff as much. It's still a really awesome resource. Of course, I'm still gonna eat fruits and vegetables. I love fruits and vegetables, but I won't have to be so like, and I'm already less intense about it. Before I was like every morning celery juice, but now it's like, okay, some mornings I don't have it, and that's okay. And for a while I wasn't having it, and I was noticing some symptoms coming back, so I'm having it again. But I realized that that's temporary for me. That's only until my system comes back online, and then it's like, yeah, we can do this, we can get rid of that, it's all good. If you want to drink that other stuff, cool. I'll still probably drink celery juice because honestly I love it, it tastes great. But there's just so much freedom there, when you don't have to follow this like rigid diet plan, not a food plan, because this creates that creates that. And so, yeah, I'm just, oh man, you just wait for the video where I'm just like, my digestion is perfect. I'm so excited for that. It is possible. It is happening. It's going to happen. It's already happening. The work is being done. It's just a matter of working through the program. I'm excited. So I thought this was going to be a really quick video. Turns out it was a little bit longer than quick, but there we go. Thanks for listening and watching. I hope it was helpful. It's my joy to share these types of videos because it's just so cool to talk about. Like, honestly, this just blows my mind. I'm just like, this program is unreal. The brain is unreal. Our bodies are unreal. Like, there's so much, we're self-healing mechanisms. We are self-healing. That's it. That's all there is to it. And that's coming back online, and I'm so excited.